Welcome again, guys, to another great month of Habits of a Successful Parisi Performance Coach. Last month we talked about counter rotation training. This month we're going to continue that conversation but get deep into the exercises, how to maximize counter rotation training. Now remember, the importance of counter rotation training is to minimize rotation at the spine, and all the power generation in running and throwing and kicking is through the hips. So Joe Camisa, Doctor of Physical Therapy, has been one of our consultants for the Parisi Speed School. My oldest son, William, who's been a guy on our videos for some time now, we're going to demonstrate the dead bug exercise and then go into the dead bug squares. Joe, give us a quick overview of the dead bug and exercise, why it's important.
So the dead bug is a great way to prime the hip flexors for sprinting. So it's the McGill Deadbug version, because there's a regular dead bug. This is the McGill Deadbug, invented by Stuart McGill. And the object is to brace the spine, pre-brace the spine, not let it move, and explosively raise the hip and shoulder. So you're moving just at the ball and socket joints, the hip and the shoulder, and there's no movement in the whole torso.
Awesome. Well, let's get down. Let's demonstrate how the McGill Deadbug exercise gets done, and then we're going to go into the McGill Deadbug squares. This is a great primer to get an athlete to maximize their sprinting speed. So
Will's going to put one arm over his head like this, and he's going to bend this knee. So it's the opposite arm and opposite knee.
Opposite arm, opposite knee. Opposite leg, and opposite arm is straight, toes up.
Yep. So he's also going to put the other hand around, right above his sacrum, right above his butt crack there, to help stop any movement in the spine. So what he's going to do is he's going to brace the core first, just like in the McGill crunch. You're going to brace first and explode up with the arm and leg as fast as you can, right? And then I would do like an 8 to 10 second hold, and then come down, completely relax, and go again.
Now this is a progression to the McGill crunch. So, we went over the McGill crunch to strengthen the core and the abs, to be specific. Now this is the next progression, the dead bug.
But the difference is now you're actually getting a little bit of psoas and iliacus work in here too.
Okay, ready?
Good. But don't lift your head and don't move your back. So let's try one more. So everything else is still, the only thing that moves are your arms and your arm and leg. Good.
And he's really bracing at the abs. You're holding for 8 to 10 seconds. You're doing 8 to 10 reps to fire up each side, just like, again, the McGill crunch. Now let's go into the squares.
And also, you're only lifting 6 inches off the floor, because that actually puts more load on the psoas and iliacus, because it's a longer lever arm you have to control. The more he raises the leg, the closer it becomes, and gravity helps him out.
That's a great point. Let's go over squares and teach this very slowly, because this can be a coordination challenge for a lot of athletes learning the dead bug squares.
Yeah, so once you master the regular McGill dead bug, then you can amp it up a notch by doing squares, which actually, now we're getting into the counter rotation, because you have to stop the rotation in the spine, which is a very challenging exercise, and it takes coordination. So Will's going to go again, he's going to do the same thing, lift the arm and leg. Now, he's going to bring the arm and leg out, down, in, and up again. So I would do about 3 or 4 squares per rep.
And when we teach this to our athletes, the dead bug squares, it's important to make sure they're bracing at the abs, right? Making that strong. Let's get it up. Well, we're going to go up, out, and let's hold it for a second. So this is coming out, and that arm is going out. Then they're both going down. Then they're both coming in, and then they're both coming up. So it's out, down, both arm and leg, in, and up. Out, down, in, and up. Now relax a second. It's so important to go very, very slow in teaching all of our movements in the beginning with our athletes. When I teach side shuffle, I start off teaching athletes walking side shuffle, walking with optimal positioning. Did you want to add anything to that, Joe?
No, it was good, and he did a good job of controlling the movement in the spine, making sure it wasn't rotating all over the place, because a lot of times when you bring the leg out, your spine's going to want to rotate, so you really have to work hard to stop that movement.
Yep. Sets, reps, for something like that?
I would do about 4 to 5 squares per rep, and you could start with maybe 4 each side and build up from there. You want to do these quick after you learn them, because it's going to help prime you for sprinting. If you do it for your warm-up, you don't want to tire yourself out in the warm-up. So don't do too many. If you're doing it for a workout, you can do more.
That's a good point. We want to go slow, the out, down, in, up in the beginning just to learn the movement, but ideally this needs to be done explosively.
The most explosive part is the up. So you can go slow with the out, down, and in, and then explode up.
Awesome.
You want to try that? So we'll go, so explode up, out, down, in, explode up. Perfect, yep.
Good. All right, guys, hopefully you start to incorporate dead bugs and dead bug squares into your routine, into your warm-up. Get your athletes primed to run fast.